Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on the 300. So, okay, maybe it started. We didn't want to start the other day. But anyway, we need to get some different gas in this thing. But, like I said, we're going to start body working this door today. I don't know how far we're going to get. It's like 3:30, something like that. So, I'm going to pull this thing down here to the shop and we're going to get to work. Alright guys, so I thought I would kind of show y'all a little bit of what we're working with here. So all in all, it's not too bad. It's mainly right in here. So a little bit of damage right here. I think that is from the fender, from the wreck. I don't know that, but the fender was wadded up in the back seat. So we're gonna pull this thing in here. And if you missed the last video, we did some cleaning. So now we got plenty of room to work. I actually think, yeah, I'm gonna flip the car around and back it in because all of our electrical that you can get to is on this side of the shop. Over there it's under the tables and stuff. So I'm gonna back this thing in here, and like I said, we're gonna get to work. A few things we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a pin puller and try to pull the majority of the damage out and see where that gets us, and then hopefully today, depending on how late it gets, because I got a bunch of stuff to do later on tonight. So hopefully if we have time, we'll go ahead and get some body filler on it and see if we can get it smooth. Alright guys, so first off, I want to apologize. Y'all gonna have to look at my ugly mug, but I got some acetone, got us a little sander, that way I don't have to use air compressor, and I got all this other stuff that's on the hood here. And I grabbed an extra paint stick because I wanted to show y'all kind of what we're working with here. So this should be flat. This is not flat. As you can see there, it gets better down here and down here. You know, it gets better as it goes down. But right here, we have a high spot and a couple low spots. Now, one thing, you can also do it this way, and you can see we got some low spots here by my index finger. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of bending here, and as you can look in the reflection, all this is bent. So we'll have to bend this up, and then down here, once we get this bent where everything looks okay, then we'll figure out if this is high right here. And you can also look at reflections to kind of see what is damaged and what is not. So we'll just have to do that and figure out where we need to go, and well, we'll start from there. All right guys, so what I did here is I took a soft sanding block and some 320 and just kind of scuffed up all around in here. So what that does, as you can tell, the low spots, because they don't have no scratches, and the high spots where it went straight down to metal. So that tells me where I need to work, where I need to stay away from, what might need to be tapped back down, so on and so forth. So I brought out my trusty old Harbor Freight hammer and dollies. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get this edge knocked back out where it should be. That'll kind of help us out there if we can get all this back where it lines up with the fender and everything's straight and everything's nice. So this piece back here, I popped one of the pins out of it. That way we could get something back here. So I think that's where I'm going to start on this edge right here. And mind you, I'm not a professional. I've never done anything like this on a door that's damaged like this. My body working experience is very, very minimal, but you know, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. You know, hey, it can't look no worse than it does now. So anyway, eventually when we get to it, what I'm going to have to do is take something, sand all this paint off of here for our pin nailer. It welds these little pins. That's why we disconnected the battery, because we're arcing electricity. Don't want to damage anything on the car. So went ahead, disconnected the battery for that. But all these little low points we'll want to come through with our spot welder and try to pull all of that back out. That way, when we go through with our body filler, it'll be very, very minimal. Alright guys, so we took a crowbar, stuck in here, got this popped out pretty good. You can see there. Now, we did the same thing here, but with a hammer. Since this is double walled here, you mushroom it. So we got it out. You can see we're sanding right on the edge. This is a low spot here. So now I'm gonna take a DA, sand all this off, and we'll see what we're working with up underneath. Alrighty guys, so we skipped a little bit. We're losing daylight, so I'm trying to hurry a little bit, but not a whole lot. But when I'm having to go to this orbital here with 40 grit to get a lot of this off, which is fine. It's not a big deal because that'll give plenty of area for our filler to grip onto, and it helps get through all these layers. I was telling him when I did this mirror that I thought this door had been repainted, and well, looking at the ring of layers here, this door's definitely been painted on. So anyway, we had to get all through that, and then we took and put our pins, welded our pins on with our little stud gun there, took the slide hammer, got all these pulled out pretty nice. So now we're going to take something, cut these studs off, grind this down nice and smooth, probably hit it with this again. That way we can get it all nice and smooth, and then we can go ahead, clean it very, very well. That's what our acetone here is for. And then we can go ahead and apply our filler. Alrighty guys, so we mixed up some filler, got it all over the floor, but we mixed up some filler, got it on. So looks like there's a little bit of a low spot here, but I tried to build it up around it, that way it'll sand out smooth. And if nothing else, we can come back and we throw another coat on it. It's not a big deal. Now I'm going to take something and try to clean the excess filler off of our edge once it gets a little bit tacky. So that's what I'm going to wait for. Like I said, scrape this edge all the way down through here. I was careful to try not to get any of this on our plastic. But like I said, this is just the first layer. If nothing else, we can come back with another one, smooth it out, or I have some glaze. I can come back and glaze it if it's not real thick. But anyway, guys, that's it. So, like I said, I'm gonna wait for this and scrape it. That way we don't have to sand all of this off of this edge. And I'll probably call it a day. Well, I'm probably gonna end it out here as part one. Now, as you can see by the rest of the car, this is a messy process. It's all over the windshield, all over me. So it is what it is. You know, a friend of ours once said that if you're body working and you're not making a mess, you're not working hard enough. And well, I would probably agree with that. But anyway, yeah, see, it's already getting pretty firm to the touch. So I'm gonna grab something, come back through here, and then scrape everything off of this edge real quick. All right, so I got that cleaned up, a little puffed out here, but that'll all sand once it completely hardens. So we're gonna let it sit overnight. Might come back out tomorrow. I don't know what all we got going. But I got to go in, order groceries. We got to go eat. I got to get cleaned up because I'm an absolute mess. But also, I thought I would mention for anybody who is needing this kind of information, the best thing I used to scrape edges like this and get a nice clean edge all the way around, and then like this stuff back here will just come right off once it hardens a little bit. But I like to take a razor blade and just run down the door. That helps you from not getting some funky edges. And like I said, all this stuff back here, being as it's not sanded, will come off pretty easily. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm using, also for anybody wondering, I'm using Everweight or something like that. Lightweight filler, Everlast lightweight or something like that. I've used it before. I used it on the Hyundai out there. So, it does pretty good. Sands out pretty good. This stuff does get very hard pretty quickly. It's still a little spongy, but it'll get dried up. Hopefully, it'll get dried up pretty good. I put a good bit of hardener in it because it is supposed to get kind of chilly tonight. But I guess we'll come back tomorrow and we'll check it out. But anyway, guys, that's probably going to be a wrap. And also, I thought I would mention there's going to be a part 2 to this video where we come through, block sand this thing out, make any other adjustments if need be, and again, we'll go from there. But so y'all stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, like I said, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.